Masturbation ain't gonna cut it. So I literally heard punheta, which means masturbation in Portuguese, as I felt the energy behind your cards, Aries. And then we have judgment. It's kind of like the final straw. You know, it's sort of like saying masturbation, we've reached the end of masturbation, because the future, the star at the Five of Wands, we want something more. We want something different. We want something with an emotional component, with an emotional attachment to it, like maybe a person, right? Ace of Wands. So maybe you guys have kind of like gotten bored with being by yourself. You guys want like a physical interaction with another person, and that's just a theme for you guys this week. And then the other thing about the Five of Wands here is that you're ready to shake things up a little bit. You're ready to kind of like get up off the couch, you know? On the bottom, we have the Empress, which is somebody who's good looking. It is something that gets us going, somebody who is attractive to us. And so that's kind of what we're looking for. This week, like small, you know, like porn, just being at home or like watching people, whatever. None of that's gonna cut it this week. We kind of want to get in there, get dirty, get our hands dirty, whatever that means. And we're talking, you know, sexual stuff. So whatever that means to you. Now, let's pull oracle cards and find out more. This is getting pretty juicy. Tell me more about what's going on here with Aries. Tell me more. Tell me more about what's going on with Aries. Oh, wow. Okay, so the next card we have here is the Wall. That's all about being cooped up, right? You've been behind the walls of your house. You've been cooped up in your house for a while, and you haven't mingled with other people. And that's what this is talking about. You've been sitting in your house, isolated, possibly, with the Wall here, and you're done with it. It's like you're over it. You need to interact with people, real people, not people on your screen, not people online, not, you know, not sexting, not cyber sex. You like want to interact physically with people because Skull and Crossbones reverse is like, I'm over this. I am sick of being by myself sitting on the couch. It's time for me to get down and dirty, get my hands in there, and, you know, maybe even sexually explore a little bit. Let's go ahead and pull some advice and see if this is a good idea or if you guys are gonna get into trouble for this. Let's see what we get for advice. Tell me advice here for Aries. Any advice for Aries? By the way, if you guys are enjoying my videos and you want to support what I do, support my work, you can go to Patreon and become a member. I'm offering like a bunch of like extra stuff, extra content there. I've got monthly videos, I have love readings, so come and check that out. Support what I do, I'd really appreciate it. It looks like we got a card here. Wow. So we got the King of Wands coming out, and it's coming out with the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. There is a little bit of a player vibe. It's like playing the field here, like being in your element, sexually exploring, figuring out what you really are into. And with the Seven of Swords, it's not serious. It's not going to be serious. You might be leading some people on. It might be one night stands with the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. It's like you're not really looking for like a long-term relationship here. You're just looking to, I don't know, get your rocks off, basically, and then leave. Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles is like, take a hike, like get out of my house once it's over, because it seems like you guys you're all about you right now. Aries, the Aries that I'm reading for are all about themselves, which, I mean, I'm an Aries. We usually are about ourselves, but the Aries I'm reading for are in a phase where you guys are not about like focusing on the other person in a relationship. That's definitely not what this is about. You guys are only interested in other people for the sake of sex because you couldn't care less about a long-term relationship. That's what I'm seeing here, but you got to satisfy your needs, and that's the King of Wands. So let's see what we get from the Oracle. Any other advice here for Aries? Any other advice? Aries? I have something flipped here. Here we go. Okay, this is getting a bit more interesting. So now we have Sagittarius coming out with the ear. This is something you've heard about. That's the ear. That is where you would go, Sagittarius, to find sex, basically, because we are talking about having a one-night stand. We're talking about a substitute for masturbation, which is what this whole reading is about. So there's a place to go, but you guys haven't been going there. You guys have not been going there. Like, let's say, you know, the easiest place to have sex with people would be like an app, like Grindr or Tinder. What are Christian Mingle, right? Well, actually, that one's more of like a long-term relationship. But there's like dating apps where people go to have sex, and you guys have been avoiding that. We've got the left turn arrow and the manticore. You guys have been frustrated by, either in the past have been frustrated by dating apps and stuff like that, or you're just not into it, or you haven't been feeling into it, and that's why you've been avoiding it. Unfortunately, that's where everybody is right now. That's where literally the goods are. If you are looking to get out of the house, mingle, interact with people, have a good time, get your rocks off, that's the place to go. Is the place that everybody's going, that you've heard about, that you've been kind of like, I don't want to do that. Unfortunately, that is where people are. So the advice is go there. Go to that place you've been kind of not hesitant to go to. Let's see what we get. Let's see what's on the bottom. Okay, hammer reversed. Because you guys have some sexual healing that you need to like get out of your system. This is something that you actually would be good for you. Hammer reversed is healing, but in this case, because this is a very sexual reading, we're talking about sexual healing, and it's something you guys could really use in your life. You could use this. So make a plan of it. The door. It's like, set a time, set a place, make a date, in order to do this. If you're feeling like you need sex, and you need that like a physical component in your life, the cup here is saying you'll find it. You'll find it if you go out and you like have physical contact with somebody. It'll actually really make you feel good. And that's not the case for a lot of people. For a lot of people, sometimes physical contact, especially depending on who you're contacting, right, can be a drain. But in this case, for you guys, it's like saying it's gonna be really good for you guys to sleep, to like have an experience with someone. It's gonna be really good, a sexual healing experience that is gonna be like emotionally fulfilling. It's gonna make you feel good about yourself. It's gonna kind of like recalibrate your system, I feel like. So that's the advice from the cards. All right, Aries, that's gonna be your reading. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to check out Patreon and subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time.